Hey guys, I'm Frank, and it's actually been about 2 years since I've done a vlog. I can't believe it. I was looking through my old videos, and I did this vlog like 2 years ago about John of God, which is this Brazilian healer that I went to visit in New York. And actually, since then, I've gone two more times, once in Brazil and another time in New York. And it was really cool because a lot of you guys watched that video and you came up to me there and said, hey, thank you so much for the video you made. I didn't know what to expect, and after I saw your video, I was a lot more comfortable. So that made me feel really, really good. It's really cool when someone comes up to me and says, hey, are you the guy that did that video about the girl who could see through her third eye? Or, hey, were you the guy that took that genetic test with the real life Thor? So, yes, I went to Iceland like a month ago, and it was incredible. I saw the glaciers, I did the Blue Lagoon, the Northern Lights. We did everything that you do when you go to Iceland. But I heard about a place called Elf School. Elf School. And yeah. I don't know where to start. Where do I begin? Where do I begin? Okay, I guess start at the beginning, right? I get to this school, and there's a city all around me, and a big building. I don't know about you, but when I hear elf school, I'm thinking, a place somewhere in the woods, and you're learning about elves and you're looking for them. Not so much. So I do have video of my experience there, and I want to share it with you now. First off, I met the headmaster. His name was Magnus. So Magnus, you are the headmaster of the elf school,
Yes.
where we are here in Iceland, in Reykjavik.
Yes.
So a lot of people watching this probably don't believe in elves. What would you say to those people?
To those people, we can't say anything else than just this is the experience of thousands of Icelanders as well as people all over in the world. 54% of Icelanders believe that elves do exist.
So in Iceland, half of the people believe it, roughly, and half don't.
Yeah.
Have you seen an elf?
No, unfortunately.
But you believe?
Yeah, I'm convinced elves do exist. I met a lot of people that have seen them and talked with them, and some people have been invited into their houses. I'm convinced these.
Some people have been invited into elves' houses?
Yes.
Have they gone?
Yes.
Are they little houses?
No.
So you could fit in it, I could fit in it?
Yes, hidden people houses. The smallest of the elves is 2 or 3 centimeters. The smallest one is flower elves. They have wings.
Okay. Have you seen the movie Thumbelina?
Yes, I've seen.
What do you think?
Beauty, very beauty.
Accurate?
No, it's not. But a big part of it is right. Yes.
When you said the elf, some of them are this big, and they're flower elves, I immediately thought Thumbelina.
And then we have elves up to 80 or 90 centimeters. Then we have the hidden people. They are totally human-sized. Human body, human culture, human everything.
And where do they hide?
They don't hide. They just live in another dimension.
Oh, so we just don't see them because they're on a dimension that we're not accessing.
These 900 Icelanders and these 500 foreigners that I have met that have seen those, they have only one thing in common. Mm-hmm. They are psychic. They have the sixth sense, more or less. Okay, so I can kind of get what he's saying here. They're not elves that just run away as soon as they see somebody, because that's what I always thought about elves, that they're like these hidden people, like leprechauns that you have to go catch. But he says, they're all around us, only on a different plane, a different dimension, and so we don't see them. I don't know. I don't know what to think. You tell me what you think. Leave a comment, like the page, share it with your friends, see what they think. Because what I have found when I talk to people is half of them are like, no, that's crazy. I mean, they're the guys that make the cookies, the Keebler elves. And other people are like, man, it could be real. Who knows? So tell me what you think. I'm curious. Oh, and I did get a chance to talk to one of the students there, and it was funny. She was hilarious, and she was very embarrassed to be there. Take a look. Okay, so I gotta say, that was really funny what you just said. Ashley, right? Sorry.
Yes.
So Ashley's a student here at the elf school. She's visiting from Rhode Island.
Yeah.
Tell me what you just said.
I said I can't wait to randomly be interviewed for a YouTube channel about an elf school. I'm going to be single for the rest of my life.
So that's kind of
nerd forever.
That's kind of like the thing, right? We have a stigma about elves, and I was just talking to the headmaster, and he's like, yeah, most people don't believe, but he takes it very seriously, obviously. Like, what do you think? Do you just want to know more about the history of elves here in Iceland?
I just figured if I was here, then why not? I mean, how many people are going to be able to say that they went to an elf school in Iceland?
Right.
So
that's true.
Yeah, everybody goes to the Golden Circle and all those. And I'm like, yeah, I went to elf school, guys.
and when those people are like, what did you learn at elf school? What do you like want to tell them? I mean, were you hoping to see an elf? Were you hoping that you guys would like learn the language of elves or what?
Not really to see an elf, but more or less just to kind of learn maybe the history for it, what's it about, and just random stories and things like that. So.
Okay, cool. So you're like on that side of it, because I feel like there are people, I mean, I kind of thought that it was going to be like a school in the middle of the forest and we would go out looking for elves.
I don't think they would just randomly show up. So.
Oh, and before I let you go, Magnus, the headmaster, had an elf story that he told the class. So let's roll the tape.
92 years old lady told me this story in 1997. She was living in a retired people home in Akureyri in North Iceland. She was born and raised up in South Iceland in Vík. The first day this new fisherman came, he carried the boat with his colleagues. There's no harbor there, just sand beaches. He noticed that the cliffs east of a farmyard, 700 or 800 meters away, that was no ordinary cliffs. That was hidden people or elf home. He saw the elf fishermen. They were also carrying their boat. Similar time, every morning, every day, they were carrying the boat. Sometimes when he looked at them, they saw that he saw them. So they waved him, and he waved back. It happened once, late March, that the elf fishermen were not going fishing. He got afraid. He, like all other Icelanders, had heard a lot of elf stories. A lot of them were of elves and hidden people knowing things in advance. Especially it was a danger. Especially it was a bad weather. So he told his colleagues, hey guys, I think we should stay home. The elves are not going fishing. Elves? What are you talking about? I've seen them every day since I started here last year. Are you psychic? Yes, I suppose so, he said. They all had heard such stories, and they had a long talk about it. They went to the farmer. Hey, mister, we don't want to go fishing. The elves are not going fishing. Elves, said the farmer. What are you talking about? Well, one of us is psychic. He has seen the elves every day since he started here last year. And they're not going fishing, and you heard stories of elves. You know, they know things in advance, especially if there's a danger, especially if there's bad weather. Yes, dear boys. But we live in reality. We don't live in fairy tales, you know, and we have a contract with a Danish merchant, and we have to fulfill that contract with a certain amount of fish before the end of the month, and we're really lacking of fish. And dear boys, you have to go fishing. In the middle of the day, there came crazy weather. The weather ended up putting the boat upside down. All the fishermen went in the sea. They would all have drowned in the ocean. But what saved them, they could just go to the bottom and walk to land. They managed to pull up the boat and tie it with some big rocks, tie it there, and they found a cave, and they went into there and waited. It was a day and a half until there was a good weather. Then they came sailing back home. And when they saw the fishing ship coming, half of them screamed. There are ghosts coming. The dead crew is coming sailing. Nobody had the clue that they might be alive. No, we survived. Don't be afraid of us. We are alive. We are not dead. The farmer was very much ashamed. He had almost sent these boys to open death. It was decided after this incident that the humans would never go fishing if the elves wouldn't go fishing. The psychic fishermen were sent out 10, 20, 30 minutes before to spy. Are they going or aren't they going? And when the elves were not going fishing, humans stayed home. Without exception, there came crazy weather those days. This saved so many lives. My source in this is Ágústa Tómasdóttir. She was 92 years old when she told me that, crystal clear in her mind.